What's going on? Well, we have Mr. Man proud of his covenant kids, so let's go ahead and hear what this man got to say.
Goofy, right? But watch this.
Yeah, it's real nice when you winning, huh? Got all them people co-signing you when you winning. Yeah, wait till you do something they don't like, or wait till you do something that they frown upon. But I'm gonna let you go on ahead and move forward, brother. I'm gonna let you go ahead and move forward.
He does not lose. He does not lose.
What did I just say? Because you winning right now, everybody on your side. So the first time you take a L, they might let you make it. The second time, they forget about you. But go ahead and move forward.
Bro, those was fans from TikTok that came to my fight. I invited my mom and my dad, and they gonna say they can't make it because it's too far. Gang, it's half an hour away. I've been in hundreds.
Now, let me go ahead and tell you something. I understand people showing up who are fans of you, who want to see you do what you do. But you got to understand, young man, is your parents also have their own life as well. Like, I get it. You got a bunch of them. They weren't there for. But what's your parents' situation? Are they struggling? What they got going on? Because at the end of the day, adults, they got their own problems too. You know, things might not be going as well for them. And I get it. It's nice to have your parents support you, but at the same time, it is not an obligation. And I know it sounds kind of cold, but that don't make any sense, man. At some point in time, you got to stand up on your square like a man. And if they not around for it, then just make sure when you're victorious, they not going to be there to be standing there with you. That's as far as it goes. But also, I'm going to say you need to keep that off the internet. Whatever problems you have with your parents and your family, you need to keep that off the internet. Don't go over there putting your parents on blast because they didn't show up to your fights and all of that. That's not what's up. Don't do that. That's not cool. Don't do that.
You know why, bro? It's understandable. We're black.
False. There's plenty of parents who have business lives where they don't have time to show up. There's plenty of parents who don't do anything and don't show up. It's got nothing to do with being an African American. It's nothing to do with being black. It has nothing to do with being white or Hispanic or Asian. There are plenty of parents who they don't show up. It's not limited to black people. You don't know what people have going on. Just because they don't, and I know plenty of black parents that show up. I've gone to basketball games and all of their parents are there. I've gone to football games and all the parents, the grandma, the aunties, and everybody is there. And we're talking about youth leagues. We're not talking about, as a matter of fact, that's where I've been. I was recently at during youth games and all the parents, grandparents, and cousins and everybody was there. What are you talking about? Crazy. And yes, that would be in the raw community. Yeah, we was in the hood. So I don't know what you're talking about. And I'm only saying that just relatable to the conversation. I'm not saying it as far as the lingo. As his lingo, that's how he relates to it. So I want to be extremely clear about who you're talking about, who you say don't show up. Because yes, they do. And if anything, it's the parents who have more money and more business stuff going on that don't show up. Get it right.
The real reason is because they considered you a backshot baby.
False. Again, you don't know what they're. Why has he talked to them? Has he asked them what they have going on? He doesn't know what his parents have going on. He didn't ask them about their lives. It goes both ways.
Hopefully this guy succeeds, becomes a professional boxer, and changes his first and last name and starts to create his own legacy.
Don't you got your own legacy you don't tend to? Allegedly? You know what I'm saying? Oh, wait, I forgot, because if it's a daughter, it doesn't count. That's cold, bro. That's cold. But you know what? We gonna leave it where it's at. You know, I'm not gonna bring on the alleged. I'm gonna just let that rock where it is, and we're gonna go ahead and move forward.
Wait, what? I thought I was tripping for it. What? This gotta watch me, bro. He gotta watch me. Where the else would you get that from?
And he is 100% correct. Yes, this young man does consume your content because that is specifically your lingo. And even if he doesn't consume your content, well, people, they talked around you with that name, with their content. So either way it goes, yeah, he got it from you. And you are more excited treating this stepchild like he's your own when you allegedly have your own to tend to. Now, this is that face you're making. This is what a proud parent looks like when their kid does something that's worth commending as an achievement. You, on the other hand, you're like, wow, they watch me and use my lingo, and this is the highlight of your day. See, now, the shameful thing about this is you talk about how big and up there you are, but you get this excited about somebody who's doing something with their life using your lingo. This is what got me on the other side and to start opposing you, because these are the type of people who watch you. And if they're watching you that much, they kind of feed into your idiocracy, or should I say your silly way of thinking. And honestly, as a man who is a failure in life, you're a failure. We're not even going to sugarcoat that. You're honestly a failure. Yeah, you're infamous. Let's not go ahead and call what you have fame. It's infamy. You're infamous. Now, does that mean nobody follows you? Of course not. You do have followers. You do have people who do like you, quote unquote. And you can say, oh, it's just a character. Yeah, but with great power comes great responsibility. And you've been lacking on the responsibility side because, you know, you always, like you say, do it for the kids. Well, kids, you're listening to a failure. Yeah, his face may pop up, but your kids gotta start learning the difference between infamous and famous. And when you play a villain, it comes with a lot of consequences. This man is not viable business-wise. Don't listen to this guy, honestly. How many failed opportunities have you seen with this guy? Yeah, he wound up on Adam 22 and doing the Game Awards. Okay, yeah, that's cool. I'm not going to take anything away from you when you have an achievement, but this man has blown so many multi-million-dollar opportunities. This is not a man to look up to. This is not a man to look at and say, hey, I want to aspire to be, or he is a role model. I haven't seen so many wasted opportunities and potential out. He could be like, and he could have money. Here's the thing. He can have investments in things. You know, he can have like Verizon or something with dividends. He can have money in Bitcoin and got it when it crashed out to 3-4K. We don't know specifically financially what he's doing, and he could be doing financially fine, but that's beside the point. The same thing like with Fresh and Fit. You can say whatever you want to say. I got properties. I'm like, but bro, you blew $1 million business, and now you're over here panhandling, scraping and scrambling, trying to make money everywhere and blaming everybody else for why you're not making the money you should. And what's crazy to me, for somebody to always preach money, 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 you're constantly damaging your business. What kind of sense does that make? That is not a profitable method. You know what I'm saying? But we're not going to harp on this too long. Let's go ahead and hear what else has to be said here.
That's funny. He not gonna give the roses though? We know where he got it. That's all that matters. Let me click on it.
From TikTok coming to watch us fight, but I had people from different countries saying much love, much respect. You real for posting this, respect. And then I got Rogs saying,
bro, this is fucking hilarious. Damn, it's funny. Hold on, I got an ingrown or something on my face. Hold it.
But I had people from different countries saying much love, much respect. You real for posting this, respect. And then I got Rogs saying nobody bulletproof. You just can't fight. And then I realized I've only been quote unquote bullied as a child by Rogs.
And I'm going to say it, young man, once again, which is why I say you got to be very careful whose content you follow and whose content you're watching. Because if you honestly think for a second that you will not get bullied everywhere and with anything, you will be bullied regardless if you do not fit into the mold of whatever community that you're in. So say, for example, right, let's just say you weren't in the hood or you weren't in a rougher area, right? Let's just say if you went to a school that was predominantly Hispanic, they'll make fun of you in Spanish. You may not understand it, but they're still clowning you. Let's say you go to a prep school. Let's say you go to a predominantly white school. Well, then they're going to make fun of you a different way. They're going to passively aggressively make fun of you, right? Let's say you go somewhere where it's predominantly Asian. Then you're gonna get made fun of there too. Now, they may not make fun of you to your face, but they're going to make fun of you there too. It doesn't matter. At the end of the day, people are going to be people. It doesn't matter who or where you are. Now, I understand you're more upset because this was the more forefrontal aggravation that you received, but that has nothing to do with their color. That's social economic status. So based on their economic status, that certain type of person is there. That has nothing to do with Rog this, Rog that, and I only had a problem with Rog. People are haters regardless. I mean, didn't even Casanet have to roast Ninja because that fool couldn't just say congratulations? Like, no matter what anybody or when no matter fact, but nobody anytime somebody accomplished something, this fool always had an underhanded compliment every single time. A hater ain't limited to location, player. A hater gonna be a hater regardless.
Oh my God, this is funny. I love to see it. I don't give a fuck if I get my roses. We know where he got it from. That's all that matters.
Only been clowned on by Rogs for having Payless shoes. I've only had physical altercations with Rogs. I've only had video games and things stolen. I've only ever been betrayed by Rogs.
Bro, is this quoting me or what? Because I said the same shit. Like, what? That's my story. You know what I'm saying?
And I'm going to say it once again. It does not have anything to do with the color of that person. It is based on where you are and where those people are economically due to either a single parent household, which we don't really need to bring that up because allegedly we know what you got going on, or the situation is far more dire, leading to much more desperate activity and behaviors. Come on, man. Common sense. People who are impoverished will steal things more times than not. Well, this is one of them places where you get like limbs cut off because they don't play that over there. But over here, if you're not gonna really face no real ramifications, and people are poor or they don't have much, or they don't have parents to teach them right from wrong, or they're constantly in the streets, that's what's going to happen. That has absolutely nothing, and I'm going to tell you again, that has nothing to do with the color of that person. Because you can say, no, Rog is just anybody with ratchet or ghetto. No, that's not what you're saying. We know what you're saying. We know exactly what you're saying. No, that's not how that works. Because if that was how that works, anytime a quote unquote Rog gets money, they would still do it. When they come up, they would still do it. They don't. When they quote unquote start, let's say they get a CDL, whatever it is, or they get their life together and they're working and doing their thing, they not taking anything, which will show you once they leave the situation they're in, they leave the environment and the community that they're in, everything will change. So it's like, y'all keep wanting to say, oh, it was just this person. Nah, it ain't just this person. And you still perpetuate or you still contribute to this type of behavior, because a father, it is detrimental when that child does not have a father and does not have structure. He's more led to take things when he does not, or when she does not have a father. I'm not saying it's a guaranteed 100% success rate, but the odds of you going astray without both a two-parent household, that is the consequences. That's what happens. You grow up with no respect. You grow up always mad. You grow up putting people down. That's how that works. That's why I'm so big on that too, as far as these clown communities on the internet constantly telling you, yeah, man, you just need to go out here and mess around and do what you want. No, you don't, because when you do that, it comes with ramifications. Either you can wind up catching something, or you can wind up with children you do not want. And when you have a child you do not want, that kid is assed out. That kid has issues. That kid grows up with problems. That kid grows up without structure. That kid grows up without discipline. For one, even if that is a good mother, that mother cannot possibly discipline that kid and work full time. It's not possible. Now you do got your welfare queens and all of that, but hey, we already know the story, but we already know how that goes. We don't even need to touch on all that. We know how that goes. You know what I'm saying? Anybody who's just expecting somebody, the government or whoever, to take care of them and not do nothing with their life, I mean, you might as well not have a parent there. You might as well not even have a parent there, because that comes with entitlement, and entitlement also raises kids poorly.
This shit is so funny. I gotta click on the real shit.
So I'm not.
Said Rogs, no way you're bringing this to TikTok. Okay, so he must have chimed into a couple of streams. That's so fucking funny. Do your thing, bro. Put those Rogs in your rearview mirror and keep pushing. Oh fuck.
Came out. Much respect. Do real for.
Here, I gotta go back to the other ones because I could full screen it.
I tried to help. I've only ever been schemed, scammed by Rogs. Like, bro, I just came to that realization. And by the way, Rog means ratchet or ghetto. My own parents are Rogs. Don't care about what I'm trying to do with this boxing stuff, but are quick to steal money, ask me for money, all type of stuff. But that's the Rog mentality.
And this is what I tell you. With that being the situation, the circumstance, let's say, you got parents that don't. If that's the case, let's say that is the case, they don't really care about you and all they doing is taking and asking you for things, then what you do is, let me tell you how you do that. You cut them off and you move on. But as far as going on the internet and publicly shaming them, you need to keep that off the internet. You don't need to put that on the internet. At the end of the day, your parents are your parents. If your parents are sorry, stay away from them. You ain't got to talk about them. You ain't got to mention them. You ain't got to bring them up. Now, what I will say is, if they started first and they bring it up first and then they're trying to go in the media and smear your name and do all of that, then I'm like, hey, let them have it. They started it. You know what I'm saying? They started it. But if your parents ain't on the internet doing all that, stay off the internet about that, man. Stop getting on the internet talking about your parents and what they not doing and all of that. That's not for the internet. Don't do that. Like, I get it. It's irritating. It's aggravating. But the best thing for you to do, I'm gonna tell you, as a man, the best thing you could do is you take the high road. You take the high road, because all you gonna do when you put that out in the ethos, when you put that out there, all you gonna do is have people out here looking for your parents to talk crazy to them and all of this and that, and you're sending them out. You're sending them to the sharks. They ain't got nothing to do with this internet stuff. Now, if, like I said before, if your parents started first and they get on the internet talking crazy, they get on the internet messing with your reputation, by all means, they get what they get. But if they didn't come to the internet, they not embarrassing you, they not hurting your brand, they not doing none of that, keep all that off the internet, man. But that's all you got. That's all I got today, man. If you kicked it with your boy this long, I appreciate you rocking with me. Links in the description below like always. And in the meanwhile, I'm out. Have a good one.